The confidence that they get comes from the work that they put in every day.
If we come out and do what we've been doing, that will be fine.
There's no do-overs in the playoffs, as you know. I mean, if you won it next week, you got to win tonight.
We're going to love the kids, and they'll love you back. But they're going to know, too, if you don't love them.
Hey everybody, it's Pat Cohan, and for this THSADA Director's Cut, we take you to the state champions panels filmed at the 2025 THSADA State Conference. In this episode, these leaders share what it takes to build championship culture, lead with integrity, and win the right way on and off the field. Before we dive into this episode, we do want to thank our partner, and that's Nevco Sports, a longtime sponsor of the THSADA. From digital scoreboards to LED video displays, Nevco transforms every game into an unforgettable fan experience. And don't forget, the THSADA Spring Sponsor Showcase registration is now open. Don't miss this opportunity to connect with THSADA partners, see new products, and elevate your athletic program through innovation and support. Thanks for tuning in, and we hope you enjoy this THSADA Director's Cut.
How do you foster a culture of excellence across different sports and different programs and ensure that there's not a feeling that somebody's undervalued, that everybody gets equal value?
Well, I think it's the cornerstone of what I grew up understanding. If you're in this for the right reasons, we're going to try to hire coaches in the Denton ISD that we're going to do it right. We're going to win. We're going to have very high expectations, but we're going to love the kids, and they'll love you back. But they're going to know too, if you don't love them, they'll pick up on that real quick. And I've been an athletic director for 31 years in some capacity as a head football coach or campus AD or now the Denton ISD. Every once in a while, and this happens in Denton too, and the only thing I would speak to on this, you'll run across that coach, very successful coach, that their program's more important than everybody else's. And everything I'm talking to about all kids have value, every program's important. You know, my daughters came through, were very average no, that's not true. I had one that was very average, and one was the worst athlete in the history of the world. And she was on the C team. But I loved watching her play just as much as the Division I dad was over there making a fool out of himself. I was over there making a fool out of myself in the C team game for my daughter, just living through her. We're going to surround ourselves with people that love kids, that understand that all kids have value. And I'll run coaches off if I can. And you've all had them. Their program's the most important thing. And it is, and I want it to be, to you. But you're also part of a team. Whether you need the gym. Mo and I used to have to battle over gym space. We didn't have an indoor facility. So we had to come over when I was coaching and ask her, please, could I have that third gym? And she would say, well, you're going to wear your cleats? I go, no. You're going to blow your whistles? No, we won't do that. We'll work it out. But you just have to hire the right people that are in this for the right reasons. And like I said, we all run across those people that they're the most important thing in the world. But in Denton, they're all important. All kids have value. And I'll leave you with this. Had a middle school principal come up to me, and if you're doing this in your district, school districts, let me talk to you. Get them lightning delays now, and first thing they want to do on sub-varsity games and junior high games is what do they all want to do? We're going to cancel the B team game and see if we can get the A team game in. I see this in bad weather in the varsities where we're going to move the game, but we're not going to play the sub-varsities. Don't do that. I was standing at a lightning delay at a middle school game at Ryan High School. Parents were there, B team, and I walked around the corner and they're all standing outside. They're supposed to be in their cars, you know, and I'm looking at them. They're looking at me, and Coach Florence, we're going to cancel that game? Please tell me we're not going to cancel the B team game. I said, we are not. We'll stay here until we got to. We'll figure out how to get it in. We'll figure it out. The middle school principal walks up to me, said, please tell me you're canceling the B team game. She's not in it for the right reasons. She's just worried about getting home late. She didn't care about the B team. She just wanted to get the game in, check the box, and go home. Don't do that. All those kids have value. It's very important to them, and very few of them are going to go play at a whole different level.
This has been a learning process over a career of 23 years of just how to develop your culture. And over the last few years, I've really come to understand that developing your leadership on your team, your captains, goes a long ways for your culture. And I will say in the 2023 year, I probably did not do as good a job of it. I'd been kind of working towards that, and then just the busyness of teaching schedule and everything else made it a little bit difficult to where I felt like we slipped a little bit on that leadership development. And as a result, our team culture suffered a little bit. We didn't reach our expectations that we wanted. Our girls were 5th in district in 2023, so not even going on to the regional meet. And not wanting to repeat that, we got back together last summer, and we really sat down with the captains, and we started going through a leadership book, one chapter at a time, and we would get together every week and talk about what we learned, how we're going to apply that to the team. And I will say a big part of our turnaround this year, we had talent for sure, but the leadership that my captains put together and led their team with was the biggest difference. And that I really feel like if you can find your leaders and you can develop your leaders within the team, they're going to be more effective than just you coaching alone.
Coach Allen, what qualities do you look for in players when building a championship team?
Talent. No. Well, obviously you want some talent, but you want kids that'll just work hard, that will obviously trust the process and believe in what you're doing. A lot of times kids ask why, and a lot of times the answer is because I said so. And our answer is not because we said so. We have to tell them why we're doing some things. Now, obviously you don't have to tell them all the whys, but I feel like they have the right to know why we're thinking certain things, because we put things out there and they're unorthodox, so to speak. But then all of a sudden, the kids, the light bulb comes on. That little crazy game that we're doing called volleyball passing. Oh yeah, that's why we are doing this. We got into a late game situation and we just said that word, and they looked at us, and all of a sudden everybody is, saying, yeah.
What strategies do you use to motivate your team during challenging moments in the season or possibly setbacks even? Coach Hall first.
We start with practice first of all. That's where we take care of all of that. And one of our core value character traits that we have written down and we talk about and our team captains talk about on a regular basis is confidence. And the confidence that they get comes from the work that they put in every day. We know that we put in more work than most of our opponents, and we do it on a consistent basis. And it's just that discipline. And I will say the two places I've been, Brenham and Smithson Valley, the overall culture has been one of discipline and class and taking care of business and doing things right. And that's one of the things we work on a daily basis. And when we show up on meet day, on race day, we're not expecting miracles. We're not expecting them to go out and try to do something they've never done before. They're simply responding to the hard work that they've put in day after day. And they go into that with confidence, and the team captains talk about that. And they talk about their purpose. We're doing this for each other. We're going to have that confidence from the work that we've put in, that we know we're prepared when we show up.
What role does the community support play in your team's success, and how do you engage with your local community?
Obviously, it's what makes Texas high school sports, and we're fighting. I know a lot of you've heard this, heard Joe and Texas High School Coach Association talk about how important the community sports are. That's how I grew up. I grew up in Rockwall, Texas. When we played the McKinney Lions, it was the city of Rockwall playing the city of McKinney. And one of the things that's happened that I don't like in Denton is, we're fixing to build our 5th high school. So the community in the suburbs, they're just growing together. And you don't have 100 years of tradition. You don't have the community support. So it's something we work at. It's very difficult. It's ironic. I just had a phone call before I came on Friday. A group was wanting to rent Geyer High School for the Special Olympics, but we're under construction. And I got a call from an administrator and said, Coach, did you tell them they couldn't do it? And I said, yep, we did. We're under construction. Can't really do that. And this is the answer I got. Well, they have a sponsor. I go, well, good. We'll do it over at Denton High. It's a brand new school. We'll do it over there. Man, Coach, they don't want to, the sponsor's not going to sponsor it if it's not at Geyer High School. So those are the challenges, and I don't even understand that mentality, right? I asked them, hey, give me the name of the sponsor, I'll call them. They said, Coach, we're not going to give you a name, it's a deal, but there's no way we can do it at Geyer. I go, no, we're under construction over there. But I miss the community's part of it, and how do we combat that? Well, we hire smart people. Siobhan's over there all the time, our social media director, making sure we're out there in front of the community, and I don't get asked to speak much, but I'll go to the Kiwanis clubs and beg for them to help us too. But it's disappointing. I do. Growing up or being in Denton now for 25 years, it's changed a lot. But that's very important.
How do you balance the pressure of winning championships, which both of you did this year, and still fostering player development and teamwork? And Monish, I'll ask you that first.
Well, it was my first championship, so I think we put pressure upon ourselves. I didn't feel like there was a lot of pressure on me. I mean, you just play one game at a time. And it's funny that, oddly enough, at the beginning of the season, we told the girls we could hang a banner this year. And part of it is about belief. So the further we got, the more pressure that was there. But we just tried to play it, keep it low. It's not a big deal. I mean, it's just a game, right? It's just another game. And we felt like we always had the talent, now that we look back, to go ahead and come out on top. So therefore, it wasn't just a lot of pressure that we put on ourselves. We tried to stay in our same routine and just make sure that the girls know it's just a game. And if we come out and do what we've been doing, that will be fine.
Very similar. It was our first championship as well. In fact, the next day at church, my pastor said, man, that was so much fun. I don't know why you guys didn't do that before. And I agreed with him. But I think to kind of piggyback on what Coach Allen said, just trying to, yes, there's a lot of high expectations, a lot of pressure. There's no do-overs in the playoffs, as you know. I mean, if you want it next week, you got to win tonight, And but keeping the players and constantly talking to them, trying to keep them grounded. Okay, the game Friday or Saturday and last couple of rounds, that's going to come soon enough. Let's just win Tuesday, And we have a mantra or a way of doing things at our places. We don't embrace any team as a rival game. We don't circle any game on the calendar. That's the game or several games of the year. We prepare a certain way each week, kind of a checklist, ball club, so to speak. And then we just kind of remind them of that through the years. Okay, this is the third round or this is the semifinals, but we're still going to do on Wednesday what we always do. But we got to do it just right. If we do all that, then Friday or Saturday might take care of itself.